Ryan Holder Outdoors here with you. Want to bring you another Tackle Talk video. Kind of want to start doing this. I've had a lot of success this March. I've surprised my own self, but starting in January 2025 last year, I changed how I was fishing a whole lot and done a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of watching some videos and listening. So I might start bringing this on if this continues to do pretty good. I may not do it like I am right now. I did it the other week on some stuff I had caught it on. I know I'm doing it again now. So what I might do is I might just, starting in April, I'll do a Tackle Talk monthly video on setups and baits and colors that I caught them on, and locations. And maybe just combine the whole month into one video on Tackle Talk. I think we might call this Tackle Talk. So anyway, thank you for joining in. Thank you for clicking the video. Thank you for liking and subscribing and following the Ryan Holder Outdoors if you already have. If you have not, I encourage you to do so. If you like what I'm gonna say, and check out some of the other videos before you hit that like and follow button. If you like it, great, hit the button. If you don't, move on. Find somebody else you do like. Appreciate you still stopping by. Couple things I want to go over real quick. Y'all have heard me talk about them in some other videos. Hooked on Yak Fishing. That's our Facebook group. It's a public free Facebook group that is on Facebook. Just said that. That my two other buddies and I kind of came up with and wanted to do. We're local right here to Central Virginia. We just wanted to have a platform where people come from all over the country to this channel and share tips on fishing, tips on boat setup, tips on kayak setups, canoe setups, whatever. If you're on the water, you're welcome to our group called Hooked on Yak Fishing. So please head on over to Facebook, hit that follow, join group button over there, and start posting away. I don't care if you haven't been able to go fishing yet this year in 2026. If you had some fish catch that you're proud of from last year, post it in there. Welcome yourself to the group, introduce yourself, and we'll definitely comment and get back with you and welcome you in. So again, that's Hooked on Yak Fishing. That's only on Facebook, and that is a free public group that you can join. We would love to have you over there. As always, feel free to check out Ryan Holder Outdoors, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all the socials, Instagram, all of the above. Y'all hear me talk about that all the time. All right, so last weekend, I went out with a buddy. Had never hit the water with him before, but lo and behold, we went to the same high school and we live in the same county, and he kayak fishes. So we met up, last minute decision on my end. He messaged me late and we like, let's go out there. I was like, all right, I'll go till 12 o'clock. I need to get back home. So I had a couple jigs that I have had that were still brand new in the package, hadn't opened up yet. And the fishing was getting tough. He had caught one on a white swim bait. And I was like, I'm just gonna make some adjustments and see what happens. And so what we got here, this is a Greenfish tackle, Brian News. That's N-E-W-S, Brian News. Bad little dude, I think, is what this is called. It's a 1/4 ounce. I'm gonna bring it close. It's a 1/4 ounce, just like it's a casting jig is all it pretty much is. I got this thing all tangled up here. And I decided to tie it on to give it a shot. It's a 1/4 ounce, which is kind of something I don't usually throw. And this thing is still tangled up. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna try it. And in my video, if y'all watched it, go back and watch it. If you haven't, please. And this will make more sense to you. Literally on like my third cast, I caught that fish on this jig right here. Hoping you can see that all right. I'm checking on my phone here to see if y'all can see. But I caught this, it's called Blue Camo is the color. And I just threw on there a green pumpkin speed crawl for the trailer is all that is. That's a 1/4 ounce casting jig. And my third cast, I caught that fish. I had pitched to a down tree. Literally, I think he hit it on the fall. Soon as, I don't even think I had clicked the reel over and I felt the rod go doo-doo. I was like, huh. But then it stopped, it never did it again. My line wasn't moving. So in the video, you'll see I reeled down and that's when I see my line start to move and I pulled up just a little bit, my line moved, I was like, oh, he's got it. So he was right good fish. He was good fish. I probably should have weighed him. He wouldn't have weighed nothing extravagant, but for his length, he was pretty fat. He was pretty healthy for sure. Whatever it was. Anyway, so that was the jig. That was the bait. The rod I got it on is the Arc Catalyzer by Arc Fishing. Not sure if you can see that. I know it's getting dark. I got the garage light on in here, but this is the Arc Catalyzer rod. This is a 7'3" medium heavy fast action. It's probably not the rod for this jig. Again, these setups are what work for me, what I can afford, and what I can tie on them. So anyway, but that's what I caught it on. And I'll tell you that I think that might have been my second catch on the Arc rods. And this is my first year running and fishing the Arc rods. I felt that fish immediately. I mean, it was that quick doot. I mean, it was was that a bite? No, it was a bite. It was. I just wasn't sure why it stopped. I honestly thought it was bluegill playing with my trailer is what I absolutely thought it was. Anyway, that's the rod, Arc Catalyzer, 7'3", medium heavy, fast action. The jig, Greenfish Tackle, 1/4 ounce, Brian News, Bad Little Dude. Zoom Speed Crawl, Green Pumpkin Trailer. My reel, y'all gonna guess it. Y'all know what it is. It's the one and only Shimano SLX XT 150 HG series. This is, y'all may not like this either. This may not be the right reel. Don't come at me, or right gear ratio, but I have this on an 8.2. Again, I can't have rods for every reel, bait, setup. I can't afford it. So I've got 11 rods and reels, and what you get's what you get. So anyhow, this is what I got. Love these reels. I only have one other reel that's not this, bait casting wise, and that's a Lew's. That's my only Lew's I have. My spinning reels are all different kinds of brands. I don't use them much, so I really don't care too much about them. But anyway, Shimano SLX XT, great reel, 8.2 gear ratio is what I caught that fish on last week, Lakeview Reservoir, Colonial Heights, Virginia. That was the first bite. Didn't have anything else on that. Time to make an adjustment, right? So we made an adjustment. So the adjustment we made was to my newfound go-to bait last year, which is the swim jig. So the swim jig, I'm gonna talk a whole lot about this swim jig. This is a swim jig that Real Patriots Fishing found this guy when we found out Z-Man was quitting and not gonna make Real Patriots Fishing. Literally called Z-Man and asked him what was going on with the Z-Man Midwest Finesse swim jigs that we had all of our luck on last year. And needless to say, Z-Man told them they weren't making them and they were never gonna make them again. So we were like, okay. So we started looking around. The only other finesse swim jig we could find was the Missile Baits by Ike, or the Ike, I forget. It's on Tackle Warehouse, but it's the Ike swim jigs. Ike Finesse swim jig by Mike Iaconelli, but Missile Baits makes them. Chad, Real Patriots Fishing, he actually got a bunch of those. I didn't. And then by the time I was gonna get them, Chad had reached out and found this guy, Wolf Spider Baits. Y'all check out Wolf Spider Baits on Facebook and the World Wide Web, the internet, and check him out. And so said he didn't even really make jigs this small, but he would for us, because we were really specifically wanting the 3/16 ounce. That was what we caught all of our fish on last year. So anyway, so this is the swim jig. This is a 3/16 ounce Wolf Spider Baits made locally right here in Virginia, local to me. And this is the swim jig I caught it on. This is a 3/16 ounce Wolf Spider, and the color is dragon fruit. Okay, got a nice, really nice brush guard, weed guard on here. I actually meant to trim it before I started fishing with it that day, and I actually forgot. But I caught a fish on it and I had a good hook set on it, so I actually think I'm gonna just leave it as is. So this is Wolf Spider 3/16 ounce swim jig. Dragon fruit is the color, sorry. Dragon fruit is the color, that's what I was trying to say. The trailer is a homemade trailer. You heard that right. My good buddy Real Patriots Fishing has the mold to make these trailers. Again, these are the trailers we had all of our luck on last year. Zoom actually makes the trailers, and they do still make them. But Real Patriots Fishing got the mold to be able to pour our own, because last year we were just going through trailers left and right. So pretty impressed. That was my first time catching a bass on the Wolf Spider jig, and the first time catching a bass on the trailer that we hand poured ourselves. Don't have a color for that. Chad, Real Patriots Fishing, he just slapped something up together. And then when I was pairing it up on the water that day, I was like, well, that looks good with that dragon fruit. Let's throw that on there. Again, in the video, you'll hear my second, third, fourth cast of this jig, I caught that fish. Pretty stoked, man. I mean, people that fish know it's a grind when it's a grind. And to make an adjustment on a body of water that I haven't fished since I was probably 12, 13 years old, and to make an adjustment on 2 different baits, and by the third and fourth cast on each one, I caught a fish. And I'm not talking about a dink. I mean, these were 2.5, probably 3/4 pound fish. For this body of water, that's, in my eyes, decent. My buddy I was fishing with says he's caught plenty of 3 and 4 pounders out of there. I've never seen it. Not saying he's lying to me. I believe him 100%. Ryan just doesn't catch those type of fish. Anyway, so I was super stoked. I really got a lot of confidence. You know, I mentioned to go back to that place tomorrow. Like I would, you know, I'm going with somebody else tomorrow, but I'm going to hit that place again when the water warms up. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I've changed my ways of fishing from when I was a kid till now. Fishing with jigs. I used to never own a jig. Enough about that. Wolf Spider swim jig. Check him out. He makes shaky heads, football jigs, casting jigs. He makes up his own colors. He's got his own skirts. You name it, he'll make it. He'll order it. He'll find it. He'll get it to you. And he's got very, very fair pricing. I mean, just go check him out. Any questions, give him a call. He'll be glad to talk to you. Name is Patrick, by Wolf Spider Baits. Rod setup for the 3/16 ounce. I literally got this rod for my 3/16 ounce stuff. Y'all might have heard me say in previous videos, a lot of times last year, I throw pretty much nothing less. I don't have anything less casting rod, bait casting rod, nothing less than 7 feet. Everything I have is 7'3" and up, 7 foot and up. Primarily 7'3". Last year I was having a really hard time feeling that bite on that 3/16 ounce jig. So good buddy SP Fishing, check him out on YouTube. My buddy Steven, he referred me to the Old 18 company out of Texas. They're made right here in the United States. They're called Old 18. This is a kinetic rod, and it's a 7 foot medium light. The bait weight used for this rod is an 1/8 to 3/8 ounce, 6 to 12 pound test. Again, this is a 7 foot medium light Old 18 kinetic rod. Great rod. I've caught 2 or 3 fish on this rod now. Man, it sure is fun catching them on this medium light. I'm not a BFS guy. I'm not really too finessey of a guy either. But man, it's really fun getting about a 2 or 3 pound fish on this rod, and 2.5 pound fish on this rod. And yeah, so it's a good time. Of course, the reel is a Shimano SLX XT, per the usual. This one, the gear ratio is a 6.3. My good buddy Steve up at Dancing Sporting Goods, I told him what I wanted to do with this setup, and I told him I didn't have anything less than a 7.2. He said, get you a 6.3, good crankbait and type of reel, because like I said, I'm a budget-friendly guy. I use all my rods and reels for all different kinds of baits. I don't just have one setup, except my top water. My top water I do, but so anyway, so that was what we caught that on. Great setups. Love both of these. Like I said, I was pretty tickled pink. Hadn't fished that body of water for a long, long time. And so it was good to get back out there. My first time out there, actually catch 2 decent fish. We caught 3. I caught 2. My buddy Netem Nate, check him out too on TikTok and YouTube. Netem Nate. He caught 1 within probably about the first hour of being there on a white swim bait. And then after that, I caught the 2 on the jigs. and we didn't catch nothing else. He never had another hit or bite, I don't think. He might have had a hit or a bite, but definitely didn't land one. And so anyway, it was an okay day for a couple hour trip. We were out on the water by 7:30, off by 12, but that was last weekend's recap. Like I said, this is Ryan Holder Outdoors. This is your tackle talk for the month of March. I know I did do 2 videos in April. Just look for one toward the end of the month, and I'll do a tackle talk video as long as I catch fish. Ryan does get skunked. I'm not afraid to admit that. So, but look, y'all stay tuned. Remember to check out Hooked on Yak Fishing on Facebook. That's our kayak fishing, or just in general fishing group. You don't have to just kayak fish. Tell your friends about it, share it, and also check out Ryan Holder Outdoors. Hey, look, I'm hitting the water early in the morning. I got to get off here. I got to get these rods and reels rigged, and I'm not taking the kayak. I'm going in a bass boat tomorrow, fishing the James. So I got to get off here, get these rods rigged, get some tackle in the truck. Y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe. All right, what's going on, everybody? Ryan Holder Outdoors here. Different shirt, same video. I kind of did the other video, or the beginning part of this video prematurely. I should have waited. Didn't really think I was gonna catch any fish this weekend, and I really did, so that's why I'm adding to this previous video. So this is a little bit of tackle talk here, as you heard me speak of in the previous part of this video. Went fishing on the James River right here in Virginia this past weekend with a good friend of mine. Took me out on his bass boat. Had rain that night, cold front kind of moved in, whatever, super windy, cold. The lows that morning were like 35, 38. Winds were supposed to blow all day, and they did, 100%. They blew all day long. We probably had winds from 15, 20, 25 gusts at times. Very, very tough fishing. Anyway, I caught one fish, almost 4 pounds, 3.7 pounds. But I just wanted to talk about it. My buddy Steve, I got to give him props on this. My buddy Steve from Dances. Last year I went in there and I was interested in the Bronco bug, as like everybody else probably was last year, after Kyle Welcher did his smash of a bag on the Pasquotank River. And Steve told me, he said, hey, if you fish the river much? And I said, well, I do a little bit, not really, you know. He said, well, try this Bronco bug in the candy bug color. I know you can't see that with the lighting, that's my fault, but this is pretty much a June bug color is what it is. But it's the Bronco bug, candy bug by Crush City. Sorry for the lighting, not really that good. But anyway, I had that Texas rigged up on this, which I believe this is a 3/16 ounce weight here that I have. That right there. 3/16 ounce. There's a lizard on it right now. It's from Sunday, but and it's about a 3/0 hook is what I had it on. Was flipping some pilings in between some trees. I can't even remember the bite right now, but anyway, I felt it. I caught it on this setup here, which this is a St. Croix rod. Doing this in my garage. Give me a fit here. This is a St. Croix rod. Man, this lighting is terrible. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a St. Croix rod. 7-foot medium power, fast action, graphite rod. I actually bought this rod used with the reel Lew's from a good buddy, Donnie. I actually work with him too. But this is just a Lew's American Hero speed spool laser AH15HG. I don't think it's really too fancy of a reel. Been a good reel to me. That was the setup I caught the almost 4-pounder on the James. Bronco bug color, candy bug, St. Croix rod, 7-foot medium fast action, a Lew's reel, American Hero. Sunday, I fished a little tournament with a buddy, another great buddy of mine, out on the Sandy River Reservoir. This was only my second time ever fishing this place. Launched at 8 o'clock, another terrible day, super cold in the morning. Wind was supposed to blow Mach 40 all day long, and it did. 120% did it blow all day long. So anyway, first thing in the morning, we went over and fished an area that he had wanted to fish. You'll see in the video that I'm gonna drop after this one, hopefully, the fish catch of it. So I'm not gonna go into much on that. But anyway, the fish catches for Sandy River Reservoir on Sunday, March 29th, they came on this. This is again, the, I can't see, I'm sorry, y'all. This is the Fire Crawl 1/4 ounce lipless Booyah One Knocker. Was just fishing some grass and caught 2 giant fish. If y'all want to see that, look for the video, Sandy River Reservoir Bass Fishing Tournament, Spring Bass Fishing, I think is what I'm gonna call it. That's what I caught those 2 fish on. Caught those 2 fish exactly 10 minutes apart and never had another hit all day long. Don't know why. Caught 2 giants on this right here, and that was it after that. I had this paired with the Halo XD3 Pro rod, medium, 7.3 action rod. Yeah, 7'3" medium action, Halo XD3. Have it paired with the Shimano SLX XT 150 HG fluorocarbon all the way. This is probably a 15 pound or so, I believe, maybe 17. Real quick, I forgot to talk about the line in my other video, so I'm gonna try to remember to talk about line. This is braid on here. Like I said, I bought this setup used, so I'm not even sure what poundage or brand that is. That fluoro is Seaguar. So anyway, just wanted to add to the beginning part of this video. Like I said, starting in April, I'm not gonna do a couple of these. I'm just wait till the end of April and go over all my baits that I've caught fish on for the month of April. So y'all stay tuned. I think I'm gonna take my son out this weekend, first weekend in April, Easter weekend. I think we're gonna take him out on Saturday afternoon for a little while, get him in his yak and stuff, and play around and have fun. So y'all stay tuned. Again, check out Hooked on Yak Fishing on Facebook, and remember to like, subscribe, follow all of Ryan Holder Outdoors, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Shoot me a message, private message me. You got any questions, anything you want to see, any questions about my setups or baits? Like I said, this is all stuff that works for me. These baits, these weights, these rod and reel setups, this is what works for me and what I do. I strictly bass fish around here in Virginia. I will go into Carolina and fish Lake Gaston and Bugs Island at times. I do want to fish Roanoke Rapids Lake this year, but outside of that, I pretty much stay local to right here to Virginia. So thank y'all again. Have a great day, great evening, whatever it is when you're watching this video. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you.